The combat of this game is gonna be my absolute favorite thing about it. As soon as I started playing the game and I went through the tutorial, I was easily able to connect the dots between the combat of this game and Sekiro. It seems like Khazan is moving away from the typical dodge roll mechanic, and instead you can sidestep dodge, which you can also do a perfect dodge if you dodge at the right moment. But apart from that, you also have the ability to block, and a perfect block is considered kind of like a parry in Sekiro. This perfect parry damages the enemy's stamina bar. Now, these stamina bars, they don't quite work like Sekiro. So the player and the enemies, both of them have a stamina bar. Both of them go down whenever each of them attacks, and you can further deplete an enemy's stamina bar by perfect blocking their attacks, by which you are trying to drive the enemy to the state of exhaustion. Once the enemy gets into this state, a little circle pops up on the enemy, which has a little timer on it, and you're able to hit the enemy while the timer is running, and when the timer is about to finish, you can go in and do a special attack, which does a decent chunk of damage and also provides you your stamina back, letting you just go right back into it and go completely ham on the enemy. And you want to keep doing this until you finally come out victorious. The game gives you 3 different weapon types which you can use to chop down your enemies. These are dual wield, where you have a short sword and an axe, and then you have great swords, which is just a chongus sword, and then finally you have spears. So these are the 3 different weapon types that were explored in the demo. You also get a little variations of each in the within the demo, which you can try out and see how you feel about them. I kind of like that. This just feels like Sekiro combat, but at the same time you don't have to stick with the katana for the whole playthrough. You can try out different weapons, see how they feel, and enjoy the one that you feel the most comfortable with. And the final piece of this combat system is the weapon skill tree. Now, you want to be in here if you want to maximize your damage. I spent almost an hour struggling against the final boss of the demo without upgrading my actual weapons skill tree. However, when I removed the points from the 2 weapon types that I wasn't using for the fight and put it all into the spear weapon type, which I was using to fight the final boss, I was able to turn out some great damage, and my combos were looking absolutely stunning. The game also doesn't force you to use one or the other, because you can unlearn any of your skill points spent and then put them into a different weapon category that you want to either try out or just completely switch over to because you find that category more fun. There's no locking, there's no gatekeeping to prevent you from trying something different at any given moment in the game. A big thumbs up for that. The game also seems to be doing something that I'm not sure how I can describe, but it seems like they wanted to minimize how much the player is punished once they go and fight a boss and they are defeated. Because every time you go fight a boss and you lose, all your money is resting outside the boss fog gate. So if you want to not fight the boss and you just want to pick your money, maybe farm a little bit more and just level up, you can do that. You can just go grab your money and go back. Apart from that, once you actually go into a boss fight and when you're hitting the boss, you're getting XP for your skill tree, and you're also earning more souls. So you could just literally go in, keep on fighting the boss, and each attempt, even though it is not successful, it might give you an extra level, or it might give you an extra skill that you can unlock just by attempting the boss. And not to mention that when you're just constantly trying the boss again and again, you're getting better at the boss. And this is actually such a good way of telling players it's okay to lose, learn from it, come back, and come out victorious. Another big thumbs up for that, and something that I actually think will help out a lot of the new players or the players who are not super tryhards and got into this genre from Elden Ring, and this is just something that they want to continue exploring that genre with. Now, moving away from the combat and coming to the visual style of the game and the visuals in general, I feel like the game actually looks pretty cool. I will be honest and tell you that I didn't really have one specific moment throughout the demo where I was like completely stunned by what I saw. But I also would assume that most of that stuff is actually saved for the game, because they played a little trailer at the end once you finish the demo, and you can see more of what's to come. And it does seem like they do have some more potential that they are saving for that section. The final boss of the demo does seem to explore on this a little bit and shows you kind of a glimpse of what you can expect from the visual style and in general what they are doing with the cutscenes and stuff. So I feel like the visual style is going to be something very subjective and you're going to have to try this out yourself to see if you like it. For me personally, I think I am okay with this so far. It's really something unique and it's going to take me a while to get used to it, but at the same time, I believe that they can actually do a lot of cool stuff with this, and I am stoked to try out something that looks a bit different because personally I don't have experience in a lot of different types of games, and this is truly going to be my first one that is made in this style. Lastly, I would like to go a little bit over what I think of the story and what is happening. I'm not someone very good at deducing what is happening when not the whole picture is given to me, so I'll do my best. It seems like you're somebody who's named Khazan, obviously, and you are being transported when an avalanche takes out the caravan, and then some soul type of thing enters your body, takes it over, and now it's trying to take your body to achieve that it wants, and you are trying to get rid of it so that basically you're not being controlled by it. However, towards the end of the demo, you guys both kind of come into an agreement that you both kind of need something and you both can help each other out, and that's kind of where the story is gonna go from. I don't know if there's any bigger detail that I maybe missed, will be explored maybe in the final game. Now there is some element from the From Software games where you don't get the full picture in the cutscenes. There are some things that you can explore by picking up some piece of papers, like the whole avalanche story where they are telling who's being transported and be careful of this kind of stuff happening. All of that is like written on a piece of paper that you can pick up from one of the soldiers. So yeah, there's a little bit of that, but I also feel like most of the story should be pretty much told through the cutscenes in this game. So if you are somebody who likes a more laid out story in front of you, you might be able to enjoy this one a little bit more. The story does kind of reminds me of the Prince of Persia: The Two Thrones, where you also have another entity that's inside of you trying to take control of your body. So we'll see where the game developers want to take the story and if it will be engaging enough for some people to keep on going and trying to get to the end, trying to see what's going to happen. Because let's be honest, the gameplay can be good, but sometimes a little bit of a pull towards, okay, what's going to happen next in this arc can always add some extra motivation to finishing a game, or otherwise you just buy it and play it for maybe 2-3 hours and then you just leave it and then never finish it. So hopefully the story is something that can be good, can be attractive, and it can motivate a lot of players to get to the end to know what is actually going to happen. So that's about it, what I feel about Khazan, and overall impression pretty positive. I actually loved the demo. And another thing I would like to mention is I also want to praise them for giving out a demo. Now obviously more of the studios will prefer to do that because they want to build up a player base before the game even comes out. Hopefully these guys are not over-promising and under-delivering, and hopefully the hype is going to be worth it and we're all going to get our money's worth in this game. But I also kind of wish that people or other studios look at all of this demo stuff going on and start giving out demos to more of their games. I personally hate purchasing a game and then trying it out and then having that, thought of, okay, I need to test out everything within 2 hours and then try and refund it if I don't like it. I would rather have just a demo that I know is for free and I can spend as much time as I want exploring, trying the different things out, see if I like it or not. If a player likes it, they like it. You cannot just bank on the fact that if somebody is going to buy a game and then hope that they just don't refund it in the hope that maybe in future they'll want to try it or something. Because let's be honest, that's kind of why probably the demo stopped. So yeah, please, other studios, I would like to see more demos. I don't know how many of them are even listening to me, but yeah, thanks for watching, guys. That's how I feel about Khazan, and hopefully just like me, you're also excited for this game. The game comes out March 27th this year. I will be streaming this game live, the full playthrough. I am a bit slower player than the others that you see online, so please bear with me if you're gonna be watching with me. But yeah, thanks for watching, and subscribe if you like to see more. Just around the corner. A monkey! More than one monkey. Oh, fuck! Dude. Okay.